Hey, thanks for joining me for a bite-sized look at Trampoline Zombies from Twilight Creations, which is apparently good to the last bounce. Is it? I don't know. We'll find out. It's a 2 to 6 player game. It's a very light game. It's really good if you've got kids because it'll teach them numeracy. So it's another one of those games where your kids, you're playing a game, but they're also learning at the same time, which is always good. So let's take a look at what's inside. There isn't a lot, to be honest with you, in here. Now, this is a bag. I've put all the little number chits in there. It doesn't come with the bag. So I'll show you what's in there in a second. We've got 5d6. We've got some body part cards. We've got your zombie cards. We've got the main zombie body card in here. And of course, we've got the rules, which is a very light rule set. So let's set it up and have a look at how it plays. So this is the setup. It's really easy. You put your main zombie card into the middle. You use the smaller cards, which have got the zombie parts on them. You separate them into each of their respective sections. You'd give them a shuffle and then turn them over, keeping them in the correct position. So we know we've got the head, the arm and the feet for here. And then what you do with these, each player has their own little mini zombie that you can pick. So taking it in turns and going around the table in whatever order that you prefer, you each take it in turn. Now it says in the rules that you can select 2 of these chits. Now they only go up to 5 and it's a different number on each side. But I think a better way to do it, and the way that I've played it up to now, is that instead of choosing your numbers, which is another reason why I've got it in a little bag, is you just dip into it and you can choose one of these and you put them next to one body part. So we've got a 3 and a 1. And then you'll go around, the next person will pick and they can choose, put the numbers next to each body part. So sort of keep going around and you just fill it up. Nearly there, and we just need the numbers for the head. And once you've got that set up, that really is the main play area to play the game, just using 5 dice. So as we go around, player number 1 will roll the 5 dice. Let's put them all where we can see them. So we've got 3 3s, a 2 and a 5. So you can use any combination as long as you have got 2 numbers which correspond to any pair that are around. You can pick that body part. So here, have we got a combination? No, we haven't. So as luck would have it, that means if you can't get any combination, it goes to the next player. So the next player would roll a 5 die. And yeah, we have got a combination now. So let's say you could either use the 4 and the 5 and pick the head, or use this 4 and 5, or you could use a 1 and a 5 and pick here. So we'll use a 4 and a 5 and pick a head. So what you do with that then is you put it onto the head face down of your zombie. You can look at the card and see what you've got. So in this example, this would be, it's worth 4 points at the end of the game, and you trade in one of your cards and a new card is flipped. You can do that at any point in the game. So if we keep that there. Now this is where the push your luck side of the game comes into it. You can roll again if you want to, but if, like the first roll that we did, if you roll and you have got no matches whatsoever, you lose all of the face down cards that are on your zombie. So you're going to lose potential points at the end of the game and potential effects that you can use during the game as well to either improve your score or to take cards or points away from other players. So let's say we do push our luck and we do one more roll. So we know we've got a head for our zombie, and here we can use a 1 and a 5, and we can get this, and we can have a look. And this one is force player to flip a card without effect, so we'll keep that there. Then we could say, right, we're going to pass. We would hand the dice over to the next player. And so it would go on, going around the table with however many players, from either 2 or up to 6. So like I said earlier, at any point in the game, you can decide, because you can look at these at any point, but the other players don't know what you've got. You can flip it over and use that effect. So you could force this player to flip a card, but the effect on it would not be used. So some of the card effects that we've got on here, you can re-roll one of your dice rolls, which is all the dice. If you rolled and you got nothing and you think, oh no, I've got to lose all of my face down cards, you could use your effect on one of the cards, but flipping it over if it's not been flipped over yet, remembering that you can only use an effect once, and re-roll again. There's effects where you can steal a card from a player, they draw a new one, and then the card that you've stolen, you can put onto your zombie. We've seen the one that's here. We can force a player to flip a card, but they can't use the effect that's on it. We can trade in one of our cards. We can make the opponent re-roll. So if they've done a really good roll, let's say they only need one part of a zombie, they've rolled a combination. If they just want the head and they've rolled, there's a 4 and a 5 in there, and you haven't got all the parts of your zombie yet, you could use your special ability, make them re-roll in the hope that they don't get a 4 and a 5, and you've stopped them completing your zombie. And so it comes as no surprise that to win the game, that once you've got all 5 parts, you've got 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head, they don't have to be flipped over as long as you've got all of your parts. All the other players get one more turn, in the hope, obviously, that they can try and complete their zombie. And then after the last person has completed their turn, everyone flips over their cards. It'll be the top card of your pile, because you can have more than one card in each one. Because if, for example, that we rolled, we've already got a leg here, and we got the combination of a 1 and a 5 again. If we wanted to, we could pick a leg, and you just put it underneath the card, but it's there ready to use. Like this one opponent re-rolls, that you can use that effect at any time still. And then when everybody's done that last roll, you turn over your cards, you add up how many points you've got, and the one with the highest points wins. And just for clarification, you don't just count up the points from this top card. If you've got 2, 3, 4 left legs, you count up all the points. And again, this is where the push your luck side of the game comes in. Do you want to continue collecting more left or right legs while you still haven't got a head, but you know other players are building their zombie quicker, but then you'll have more points because you've got more items for one. But if they finish their zombie, you only get one more turn. So it's, again, you're sort of deciding when should I use my special abilities for these, and remembering which ones you've got, keeping an eye on the points that you've got for each card, keeping an eye on what other players, how they're building their zombie. When you think they're finally going to put their last piece on, knowing that everybody else has only got one more turn, and you thinking, oh, I've got quite a few cards that got 0 points here. Maybe you've got some that have got more and you've got 4 points. So it's a really good, light, quick game. Like I said at the beginning, it's really good if you've got kids and teaching them numeracy. It's really good for addition. And it's a bit of a fun game. It comes in a small box, as you've seen. So it's a really good travel game. You can just pop it in your bag anywhere. It doesn't take up much table space. So all in all, it's pretty good for what it is. It does what it does. It can promote a bit of conversation around the table, a bit of laughter. And yeah, it's recommended, especially if you've got kids. But if, you know, maybe towards the end of the night or the beginning of a gaming night, and you just want a little warm-up game and you want to warm up the dice, there it is. And that was it. Trampoline Zombies. One question for you, if you're still watching, thank you. I have watched a lot of zombie movies, but I have never seen zombies on a trampoline. And if you have, please comment and let me know, because I would love to see a zombie on a trampoline. This is called Trampoline Zombies, by the way, apparently because zombies shouldn't play on trampolines. They've been bouncing on one and all of their body parts have fallen off and you've got to reassemble of them. Hence why Trampoline Zombies. So until the next time, do all the YouTube gubbins, and until the next apocalypse, stay safe out there. Yeah.